The encounter in the wilderness. In the dense, untamed wilderness of an alien planet, a group of human explorers made camp. The mission was simple: establish a connection with the native species and assist in their technological development. Despite the planet's inhospitable environment, the humans were determined to succeed, driven by their innate curiosity and desire to help. Captain Elena Vasquez, a seasoned explorer with a knack for diplomacy, led the team. They had spent weeks studying the planet's flora and fauna, collecting samples, and documenting their findings. However, they had yet to make contact with the planet's sentient inhabitants, known as the Zarkari. The Zarkari were elusive, preferring to observe from the shadows rather than engage directly. One evening, as the humans gathered around a campfire, discussing the day's discoveries, a sudden rustling in the underbrush caught their attention. The team quieted, eyes scanning the darkness. Captain Vasquez gestured for silence, her hand hovering over her sidearm, ready for any potential threat. From the shadows emerged a Zarkari, limping and visibly distressed. Its form was tall and slender, with iridescent scales that shimmered under the firelight. The Zarkari's eyes, large and expressive, showed a mix of fear and pain. It was clear that the creature was injured, and the humans could see a deep gash on its leg. Without hesitation, Dr. Marcus Tanaka, the team's medic, stepped forward. "Captain, permission to assist the alien?" he asked, his voice calm but urgent. Vasquez nodded, signaling her approval. The team had trained for scenarios like this, always ready to offer aid, no matter the circumstances. Dr. Tanaka approached the Zarkari slowly, hands raised in a gesture of peace. He spoke softly, using the few Zarkari words they had learned. "Help. You? Hurt," he said, pointing to the wound. The alien watched him warily, but did not retreat. As Dr. Tanaka tended to the injury, the other team members kept a respectful distance, observing the interaction. The Zarkari seemed to relax slightly, perhaps realizing that these humans meant no harm. Captain Vasquez couldn't help but feel a sense of pride in her team. They had trained extensively for this mission, and their readiness to help was a testament to their commitment. Once the wound was cleaned and bandaged, the Zarkari stood up, testing its leg. It turned to the humans, a soft trill escaping its throat, perhaps a word of thanks, though they couldn't be sure. The alien then retreated back into the forest, leaving the humans to wonder if they had made a friend or simply helped a stranger in need. The encounter left the team buzzing with excitement. It was the first direct contact they had made with the Zarkari, and it had gone better than they could have hoped. Captain Vasquez felt a surge of optimism. If they could help one Zarkari, perhaps they could build a bridge to the entire species. As the night wore on, the humans continued to discuss the encounter, speculating on what the future might hold. They knew they had a long road ahead, but they were ready for the challenge. The mission was more than just an exploration. It was a chance to show the universe what humanity was capable of: compassion, ingenuity, and a relentless drive to connect with others, no matter how different they might be. The Zarkari's invitation. Days passed without another encounter with the Zarkari. The humans continued their work, collecting data and samples, but a sense of anticipation hung in the air. The team couldn't shake the feeling that the Zarkari were watching them, waiting for the right moment to reveal themselves. One morning, as the sun rose over the alien landscape, the team discovered an unexpected visitor. A small, intricately carved wooden figure had been placed at the edge of their camp. It depicted a Zarkari, its features meticulously detailed. The figure seemed to be a gesture of goodwill, perhaps an invitation. Captain Vasquez studied the figure, her brow furrowed in thought. "It looks like an offering," she mused, turning it over in her hands. "But what does it mean?" Dr. Tanaka, ever the optimist, smiled. "Maybe it's a thank you for helping their injured friend, or an invitation to meet." The team debated the significance of the figure. Was it a token of appreciation, a warning, or something else entirely? They had no way of knowing for sure, but the consensus was clear: they had to find out. The team decided to follow the path where they had last seen the injured Zarkari disappear. Armed with basic supplies and a sense of cautious optimism, they ventured deeper into the forest. The terrain became more rugged, the flora denser. They'd move slowly, scanning their surroundings for any sign of the Zarkari. After several hours of trekking, they reached a clearing. To their surprise, they found a group of Zarkari waiting for them. The aliens stood in a semicircle, their iridescent scales catching the dappled sunlight filtering through the trees. The atmosphere was tense but not hostile. Captain Vasquez stepped forward, holding the carved figure in front of her as a gesture of peace. She addressed the group in the limited Zarkari language they knew. "We come in peace. We want to understand," she said, hoping her words conveyed their intentions. One of the Zarkari, taller and more elaborately adorned than the others, stepped forward. It examined the figure in Vasquez's hands before speaking in a melodic yet unfamiliar language. The team couldn't understand the words, but the tone was calm, almost welcoming. The tall Zarkari gestured for them to follow. The humans exchanged glances, uncertain but intrigued. They had come this far. Turning back now wasn't an option. The team followed the Zarkari deeper into the forest, leaving the safety of the clearing behind. As they walked, the landscape began to change. The trees grew taller, their leaves more vibrant. They'd reached a village nestled in a valley, a hidden haven untouched by the harshness of the outside world. The architecture was unlike anything the humans had seen. Structures built from natural materials, seamlessly integrated into the environment. The Zarkari led them to the center of the village, where an older Zarkari awaited them. This elder, distinguished by a more intricate pattern of scales and a staff adorned with crystals, appeared to be a leader or shaman. The elder spoke, and one of the younger Zarkari translated into a rudimentary form of the human's language. "Thank you for helping our kin," the translator said, nodding toward Dr. Tanaka. "You are welcome here." Relief washed over the team. They had successfully made contact and were being accepted into the Zarkari community. Captain Vasquez stepped forward, speaking slowly and clearly. "We are here to learn and to help. We want to understand your ways and share knowledge." The elder Zarkari nodded, acknowledging her words. The humans were then invited to join a gathering that evening, a rare opportunity to witness and participate in Zarkari customs. It was a chance to build a bridge between their species, a first step toward mutual understanding and cooperation. As the sun set and the village came alive with soft, glowing lights, the humans felt a deep sense of awe and respect for the Zarkari. They realized that this mission was more than just an assignment. It was a chance to connect with another intelligent species, to share in the beauty and mystery of the universe. The evening was filled with music, stories, and food. The Zarkari shared tales of their ancestors, their struggles, and their hopes for the future. The humans listened intently, soaking in every word, every nuance. It was a night of mutual respect and burgeoning friendship, a testament to what could be achieved when different species came together with open minds and hearts. The trial of trust. The following days were spent integrating into the Zarkari community. The humans were eager to learn about the Zarkari's culture, history, and technology, while the Zarkari were curious about Earth's diverse cultures and advanced science. The two groups exchanged knowledge and stories, building a bond that grew stronger with each passing day. However, not all the Zarkari were as welcoming. Some viewed the humans with suspicion, concerned that their presence could disrupt the delicate balance of their society. The elder Zarkari, sensing the unease, proposed a trial, a test to prove the humans' intentions and earn the full trust of the community. Captain Vasquez accepted the challenge without hesitation. "We understand your concerns," she said, addressing the gathered villagers. "We're here to learn and help, not to impose our ways. We'll undertake your trial and prove our commitment to this friendship." The trial involved a journey to a sacred site deep within the mountains. The path was treacherous, fraught with natural obstacles, and guarded by ancient creatures. It was a rite of passage for young Zarkari, a test of courage and wisdom. The humans would not only need to survive the journey but also bring back a rare glowing crystal known as the Heartstone, a symbol of purity and harmony. Dr. Tanaka, Lieutenant Jackson, and Sergeant Ramirez volunteered to undertake the trial. They were accompanied by a young Zarkari named Zira, who had recently completed the trial and knew the path well. Zira was quiet but determined, and the humans were grateful for their guidance. The journey began at dawn. The group trekked through dense forests, crossed rushing rivers, and scaled steep cliffs. Along the way, Zira explained the significance of the Heartstone and the legends surrounding it. According to Zarkari lore, the Heartstone was a gift from the stars, a fragment of cosmic energy that fell to their world eons ago. It was said to possess healing powers and a connection to the universe's mysteries. As they ventured deeper into the mountains, the terrain grew more challenging. The air became thin and the temperature dropped. They encountered strange, bioluminescent plants and creatures, unlike anything on Earth. Despite the hardships, the group pressed on, driven by their shared goal. One night, as they camped near a cliffside, Zira shared their thoughts. Many Zarkari fear change, they said, staring into the flickering flames. Your presence brings hope, but also uncertainty. This trial is not just for you. It's for us too, to see if we can embrace new possibilities. Dr. Tanaka nodded, understanding the weight of Zira's words. We're not here to change you, he said gently. We want to learn and share, to grow together. The universe is vast, and we believe there's so much we can discover, side by side. The next day, they reached the entrance to the sacred cave where the Heartstone was kept. The cave was guarded by an ancient creature, a massive, dragon-like beast known as the Guardian. It was a test of courage and respect, as the Guardian would only allow those with pure intentions to pass. The group approached cautiously, and Zira stepped forward to communicate with the Guardian in their native tongue. The creature regarded them with wise, ancient eyes, seemingly measuring their worth. After a tense moment, the Guardian nodded, stepping aside to allow them passage. Inside the cave, they found the Heartstone, glowing with a soft, ethereal light. It was breathtaking, a testament to the wonders of the universe. As they carefully retrieved the stone, they felt a sense of accomplishment and unity. They had passed the trial, not just through physical endurance, but through the strength of their intentions. The journey back to the village was filled with quiet contemplation. The group felt a deep connection to the Zarkari and a renewed sense of purpose. They had proven their commitment to this new friendship, and they were eager to continue building bridges between their species. When they returned, they were greeted with cheers and warm embraces. The elder Zarkari took the Heartstone, holding it high for all to see. These humans have shown great courage and respect, the elder declared. They are our friends, and we will learn and grow together. The trial had been a success, and the humans had earned the trust and respect of the Zarkari. It was a pivotal moment, a turning point in their mission. The bond between the two species had been solidified, and they looked forward to a future of cooperation and discovery. The shared vision. With the success of the trial, the humans and Zarkari grew closer. The humans were given greater access to the village and its secrets, and they began working together on various projects. The Zarkari were fascinated by human technology, especially their medical advancements and agricultural techniques. In turn, the humans marveled at the Zarkari's deep connection to their environment and their unique ways of harnessing natural energies. One of the most exciting collaborations was the development of a new energy source. The Zarkari had long used bioorganic technology, harnessing the energy produced by their planet's unique flora and fauna. The humans, with their knowledge of physics and engineering, proposed combining these methods with solar and geothermal energy to create a hybrid system. Dr. Tanaka, along with the Zarkari scientists, led the project. They spent days experimenting, often working late into the night. The language barrier posed challenges, but they found ways to communicate through gestures, drawings, and shared concepts. It was a beautiful fusion of cultures, with each side bringing their strengths to the table. The project wasn't without its challenges. There were disagreements and misunderstandings, particularly around the ethics of certain technologies. The Zarkari were deeply spiritual and cautious about disrupting the natural balance, while the humans, driven by innovation, sometimes overlooked these considerations. Captain Vasquez played a crucial role in mediating these conflicts. She understood the importance of respecting the Zarkari's values and traditions. During one heated discussion, she addressed the group, her tone calm but firm. "We're here to learn from each other, not impose our ways," she reminded them. "Our goal is to create something that benefits both our peoples, without compromising what makes us unique." The turning point came when the team discovered a way to integrate the Heartstone's energy into the new system. The Heartstone's properties allowed it to act as a natural stabilizer, harmonizing the different energy sources. This breakthrough excited both the humans and Zarkari, as it symbolized the perfect blend of their technologies. The day of the system's activation was a momentous occasion. The entire village gathered to witness the event. The humans had set up a small makeshift lab, while the Zarkari had prepared a ceremonial space, complete with traditional music and decorations. It was a celebration of unity and cooperation. As the system powered up, the Heartstone began to glow brighter, its energy merging with the solar and geothermal inputs. The combined energy flowed seamlessly, lighting up the village with a soft, warm glow. The crowd erupted in cheers, a mix of human and Zarkari voices blending in celebration. The elder Zarkari stepped forward, addressing the crowd. "Today, we witness the power of unity," they proclaimed. "Our new friends have helped us achieve something incredible. This energy will sustain us, heal our world, and strengthen our bond." Captain Vasquez and Dr. Tanaka exchanged proud smiles. It was a victory, not just in terms of technology, but in the deeper understanding and respect they had cultivated. The project was a testament to what could be achieved when different cultures worked together, united by a common goal. The success of the Energy Project marked the beginning of a new era for both humans and Zarkari. They continued to collaborate on various initiatives, from healthcare improvements to agricultural advancements. The village became a hub of innovation, attracting more Zarkari from distant regions, eager to learn and share. As the weeks passed, the humans felt more at home among the Zarkari. They were no longer just visitors but valued members of the community. They shared meals, participated in ceremonies, and formed friendships that transcended species. The mission had transformed from a simple diplomatic effort into a profound journey of mutual discovery. The unseen threat. While the collaboration between humans and Zarkari flourished, an unseen threat loomed over the village. The humans had noticed strange anomalies in their equipment, subtle fluctuations in energy readings, unexplained malfunctions, and sporadic communication blackouts. At first, they chalked it up to the planet's unique electromagnetic field, but as the anomalies became more frequent, they grew concerned. Sergeant Ramirez, a former engineer with a keen eye for detail, led the investigation. He meticulously checked the equipment, looking for signs of tampering or external interference. His instincts told him that something, or someone, was causing these disturbances. The question was, who? As Ramirez delved deeper, he discovered traces of an unfamiliar energy signature. It was unlike anything they had encountered before, a strange, fluctuating pattern that seemed to come and go without warning. He shared his findings with Captain Vasquez and the team, who immediately understood the gravity of the situation. "We need to find the source of this interference," Vasquez stated, her voice firm. "If someone is sabotaging our work, it could jeopardize everything we've built here." The team decided to inform the elder Zarkari about the anomalies. The elder listened intently, their expression grave. "There have been rumors of a rogue faction among our people," the elder admitted. "They believe that outsiders, like you, bring danger and disruption. They may be trying to undermine our efforts to keep our village safe." This revelation alarmed the humans. The idea that not all Zarkari supported their presence was troubling, but it also made sense. Change often brought fear, and fear could lead to drastic actions. They realized they needed to tread carefully, balancing their desire to help with respect for the Zarkari's internal affairs. To investigate further, the team set up a series of hidden sensors around the village, designed to detect and trace the unusual energy signatures. They also increased their security protocols, monitoring their equipment and communications more closely. Meanwhile, Captain Vasquez and the Elder Zarkari worked to reassure the village, emphasizing the importance of unity and cooperation. One night, as the team reviewed the sensor data, they noticed a spike in the strange energy signature. The readings pointed to a secluded area near the village's edge, a place rarely frequented by the villagers. Sergeant Ramirez and Lieutenant Jackson decided to investigate, taking Zira along as a guide. Under the cover of darkness, they approached the area. As they neared, they spotted a small group of Zarkari, huddled around a device emitting a faint, pulsating light. The device seemed to be the source of the energy anomalies, and the Zarkari were clearly tampering with it. Ramirez signaled for silence, gesturing for Jackson to circle around and cut off any escape routes. Zira, who had been quietly observing, stepped forward, addressing the group in their native language. The rogue Zarkari turned, startled and defensive. They recognized Zira as one of their own and hesitated, unsure of what to do. Zira spoke calmly but firmly, appealing to their sense of reason. "What you're doing is dangerous," they said, "not just to the humans, but to our own people. We need to talk about our fears and concerns, not act in secret." The leader of the group, a tall Zarkari with sharp features, responded angrily. "The humans are a threat," they argued. "They bring strange technologies and disrupt our ways. We must protect ourselves." Ramirez, sensing the tension, stepped forward. "We're not here to harm anyone," he said, his tone measured. "We want to learn and share, to find ways to help each other. But sabotaging our work could lead to misunderstandings or worse." The rogue Zarkari seemed torn, their resolve wavering. They were clearly afraid, not just of the humans, but of the unknown future their presence represented. It was a delicate moment, one that could either escalate or diffuse the situation. In a show of trust, Ramirez and Jackson slowly approached the device, hands raised in a gesture of peace. "Let's talk about your concerns," Ramirez offered. "We can find a way to coexist without fear." The leader hesitated, then reluctantly nodded. They powered down the device, signaling their willingness to dialogue. It was a small victory, but a crucial one. The rogue group agreed to meet with the village elders and the human team to discuss their fears and find common ground. The following day, a council was convened. The elder Zarkari addressed the village, acknowledging the rogue group's concerns. "Change is difficult," the elder said, "but we cannot let fear drive us apart. The humans have shown us respect and a desire to work together. We must find a way to embrace the future without losing who we are." Captain Vasquez spoke next, echoing the elder's sentiments. She reassured the villagers that the humans had no intention of imposing their ways, but were here to learn and share. She promised transparency and open communication, emphasizing the mutual benefits of their collaboration. The meeting ended on a hopeful note. While not all fears were assuaged, there was a consensus that dialogue and understanding were the keys to moving forward. The rogue group agreed to dismantle their device and participate in future discussions, a gesture of goodwill that was well received by the community. The incident had been a reminder of the challenges that lay ahead. Building trust and cooperation between two vastly different species was no easy task, but it also highlighted the potential for growth and understanding. The humans and Zarkari had navigated a delicate situation with care and empathy, strengthening their bond in the process. As the team continued their work, they remained vigilant, aware that not all obstacles could be foreseen, but they were more committed than ever to their mission. They knew that the road ahead would be challenging, but they were ready to face it together, as friends and allies. The discovery. With tensions eased and a renewed sense of purpose, the humans and Zarkari resumed their collaboration. The energy project had proven successful, and they continued exploring new ways to integrate their technologies. However, a new mystery soon presented itself, one that would lead them to an astonishing discovery. Dr. Tanaka had been studying the Heartstone's unique properties, fascinated by its energy signature and the strange patterns it exhibited. He theorized that the stone was not just a simple energy source, but possibly a conduit to something much larger. His research led him to believe that the Heartstone might be connected to the ancient ruins scattered across the planet, remnants of a long-lost civilization. Intrigued, the team decided to investigate further. They sought permission from the village elders to explore one of the largest ruins, located deep within the forest. The elders agreed, intrigued by the possibility of uncovering more about their ancestors and the mysteries of the Heartstone. The expedition included Dr. Tanaka, Captain Vasquez, Sergeant Ramirez, and Zira, who had become an invaluable member of the team. They set out with a small group of Zarkari guides, equipped with scientific instruments and supplies for a few days' journey. The discovery. With tensions eased and a renewed sense of purpose, the humans and Zarkari resumed their collaboration. The energy project had proven successful, and they continued exploring new ways to integrate their technologies. However, a new mystery soon presented itself, one that would lead them to an astonishing discovery. Dr. Tanaka had been studying the Heartstone's unique properties, fascinated by its energy signature and the strange patterns it exhibited. He theorized that the stone was not just a simple energy source, but possibly a conduit to something much larger. His research led him to believe that the Heartstone might be connected to the ancient ruins scattered across the planet, remnants of a long-lost civilization. Intrigued, the team decided to investigate further. They sought permission from the village elders to explore one of the largest ruins, located deep within the forest. The elders agreed, intrigued by the possibility of uncovering more about their ancestors and the mysteries of the Heartstone. The expedition included Dr. Tanaka, Captain Vasquez, Sergeant Ramirez, and Zira, who had become an invaluable member of the team. They set out with a small group of Zarkari guides, equipped with scientific instruments and supplies for a few days' journey. The ruins were an impressive sight. Massive stone structures, covered in intricate carvings and overgrown with vegetation, hinted at a once great civilization. The air was thick with a sense of history, and the team felt a mix of excitement and reverence as they approached. As they explored the site, Dr. Tanaka focused on a large central structure that appeared to be a temple. The carvings on the walls depicted scenes of celestial bodies, strange creatures, and what looked like a portal or gateway. It was unlike anything they had seen before, and Tanaka's excitement grew. He was convinced that the Heartstone and these ruins were connected, possibly through an ancient technology or even a form of communication. While Tanaka studied the carvings, Ramirez and Zira investigated the surrounding area. They discovered a hidden chamber beneath the temple, accessible through a narrow passageway. The chamber was filled with strange artifacts, including crystalline structures that seemed to pulse with a faint glow. Captain Vasquez and the others joined them in the chamber. As they examined the artifacts, they realized that the crystals emitted a similar energy signature to the Heartstone. It was a remarkable find, suggesting that the ancients had harnessed a form of energy far beyond their understanding. Suddenly, one of the crystals began to glow brighter, reacting to Dr. Tanaka's proximity. It seemed to resonate with the Heartstone he carried, creating a soft hum that filled the chamber. The team watched in awe as a holographic projection emerged from the crystal, displaying a map of the planet with several points marked. Tanaka quickly recorded the projection, noting the locations highlighted. The map seemed to indicate other sites similar to the ruins they were in, possibly more temples or ancient structures. It was a significant discovery, hinting at a network of sites connected by some unknown technology. The team debated the implications of their find. If the ancients had access to advanced energy sources and possibly interplanetary communication, what had happened to them? Had they left the planet, or had some catastrophe wiped them out? The possibilities were endless, and the mystery only deepened. Captain Vasquez suggested that they focus on understanding the technology first. If we can figure out how this energy system works, we might be able to unlock more of their knowledge, she said. It could be a game changer for both our species. The team agreed, and they decided to investigate the other sites marked on the map. They returned to the village to share their findings with the elders and prepare for the next expedition. The elders were fascinated by the discovery and supported their continued exploration, seeing it as an opportunity to learn more about their heritage. As they planned their next steps, the humans and Zarkari felt a sense of excitement and anticipation. They were on the brink of uncovering a lost civilization's secrets, potentially unlocking new knowledge and technologies. The expedition had reignited their sense of wonder and curiosity, reminding them of the vast possibilities that lay beyond their understanding. A new dawn. The team prepared for their next expedition with a renewed sense of purpose. The discovery of the ancient ruins and the map had opened up a world of possibilities. They were eager to uncover more about the lost civilization and the advanced technologies they had seemingly mastered. As they set out for the first marked location, the group couldn't shake the feeling that they were on the verge of something monumental. The journey took them to a remote part of the planet, far from the village and any known settlements. The terrain was rugged and wild, untouched by time. Upon arrival, they found another set of ruins, even larger than the first. The structures were in better condition, with many carvings and symbols intact. It was clear that this site had been of great significance to the ancients. Dr. Tanaka and his team quickly set up their equipment, eager to explore. As they delved deeper into the ruins, they found more crystalline structures similar to the ones in the first temple. However, these crystals were much larger and seemed to be arranged in a deliberate pattern. The air buzzed with energy, and the team could feel the power emanating from the stones. While studying the arrangement, Tanaka realized that the crystals formed a kind of energy grid. He theorized that the ancients had used these grids to channel and store energy, possibly for communication or other advanced applications. It was a breathtaking discovery, suggesting a level of technological sophistication far beyond what they had imagined. As they continued their exploration, they came across a massive chamber, unlike anything they had seen before. The walls were lined with intricate carvings, depicting scenes of the ancients interacting with otherworldly beings. At the center of the chamber stood a large pedestal-like structure, holding a crystal that dwarfed all the others. The team approached cautiously. The crystal began to glow as they neared, emitting a soft, resonant hum. It was mesmerizing, and they felt an almost magnetic pull towards it. Tanaka hypothesized that this crystal was the central hub of the energy grid, possibly the key to unlocking the ancient secrets. With great care, they activated their equipment, attempting to interface with the crystal. As they did, the chamber came alive. The carvings on the walls lit up, and the crystal projected a series of holographic images. The team watched in awe as a story unfolded before them. A story of a great civilization that had once thrived on the planet, harnessing energy from the cosmos and exploring the stars. The images showed the ancients communicating with other species, sharing knowledge and technology. It was a time of prosperity and exploration, a golden age that ended abruptly. The final images were chaotic, depicting a great disaster, a supernova or some cosmic event that had disrupted the energy grid and led to the civilization's downfall. The team was stunned. They had uncovered the history of an advanced, spacefaring civilization that had faced a cataclysmic event. The implications were staggering. Not only did it suggest that the ancients had achieved interstellar communication, but it also hinted at the potential dangers of such advanced technology. As the projection faded, the team stood in silence, absorbing the magnitude of what they had witnessed. Captain Vasquez finally spoke, her voice filled with awe and determination. "We have a responsibility," she said, "to understand this technology, to learn from their mistakes, and to ensure we don't repeat them." The team agreed. They had uncovered a treasure trove of knowledge, but it came with a weighty responsibility. They needed to study the technology carefully, understanding its potential and risks. It was an opportunity to advance their understanding of the universe, but also a reminder of the fragility of even the most advanced civilizations. As they packed up and prepared to return to the village, the team felt a deep sense of purpose. They were not just explorers or scientists. They were stewards of a legacy entrusted with the knowledge of a lost civilization. They knew that their journey was far from over and that the discoveries they had made were just the beginning. Back at the village, they shared their findings with the elders and the rest of the community. The Zarkari were amazed by the story of their ancestors and the advanced technologies they had once possessed. It sparked a renewed interest in their history and a desire to learn more about the ancients' achievements. In the weeks that followed, the humans and Zarkari worked together to study the data they had collected. They held joint meetings, discussing the implications of the discoveries and planning future expeditions. The bond between the two species grew stronger, united by their shared quest for knowledge and understanding. As they looked to the future, the team knew they were on the cusp of a new era. They had uncovered a lost civilization's secrets, and with it, the potential for new technologies and insights. But they also understood the importance of caution and respect for the knowledge they had gained. As they packed up and prepared to return to the village, the team felt a deep sense of purpose. They were not just explorers or scientists. They were stewards of a legacy entrusted with the knowledge of a lost civilization. They knew that their journey was far from over and that the discoveries they had made were just the beginning. Back at the village, they shared their findings with the elders and the rest of the community. The Zarkari were amazed by the story of their ancestors and the advanced technologies they had once possessed. It sparked a renewed interest in their history and a desire to learn more about the ancients' achievements. In the weeks that followed, the humans and Zarkari worked together to study the data they had collected. They held joint meetings, discussing the implications of the discoveries and planning future expeditions. The bond between the two species grew stronger, united by their shared quest for knowledge and understanding. As they looked to the future, the team knew they were on the cusp of a new era. They had uncovered a lost civilization's secrets, and with it, the potential for new technologies and insights. But they also understood the importance of caution and respect for the knowledge they had gained. The story of the ancients was a reminder of the vast possibilities and dangers of exploring the cosmos. It was a lesson in humility and responsibility, one that they would carry with them as they continued their journey. And as they stood together, humans and Zarkari, they felt a deep connection to the past and a hopeful anticipation for the future. The exploration of the ancient ruins had brought them closer to understanding the mysteries of the universe and their place within it. It was a journey of discovery, not just of the stars and planets, but of themselves and their shared humanity. And as they looked up at the night sky, filled with countless stars, they knew that their adventure was just beginning.